2020 will be a year we'll always remember, and one that has forever changed our country. The coronavirus claimed the lives of more than 300,000 Americans just in 2020. Businesses closed and tens of millions of people filed for unemployment. We also elected a new president and witnessed the growing demand to end racial injustice. This morning, we're looking back at the pivotal moments and people who shaped 2020.
The deadly coronavirus outbreak is spreading faster, raising new concerns all around the globe.
Hospitals are beginning to face dire conditions. ICUs are packed and beds are filling up quickly.
There's no words I can describe this.
It doesn't get any more critical than this.
It does not.
We keep hearing that young people are not as affected by this. Has that been your experience?
You can tell that the 27-year-old I intubated last week.
We are using everything that is available.
It's like being a fireman and running into a burning building with flip-flops and a bikini on.
Schools are closed, businesses are following suit, and more people are working from home.
Plan A, don't go in a crowd. Plan B, if you do, make sure you wear a mask.
They're not just telling you to wear masks, they're now requiring it.
Resistance to COVID safety guidelines is so strong that citizens have sued to have them removed.
When those mask guidelines were unveiled, the president made a point of saying that he would not wear one.
I wore one in this back area, but I didn't want to give the press the pleasure of seeing it.
A mask is not a political statement.
On Wall Street, stock fell so quickly, trading was suspended.
We have not seen job losses like this probably since the Great Depression.
You know you're going to lose money.
I might lose the whole business.
New challenges for educators and families trying to get through this school year.
When schools closed down in March, that wasn't distance learning. That was emergency learning.
Who's anxious about going back into the classroom? Everybody.
The American death toll has now passed 300,000 since this pandemic began.
Behind every one of those numbers is an individual.
While some were known to the world, others were known only to loved ones.
This coronavirus does not discriminate. It is an equal opportunity heartbreaker.
We're survivors. We will beat this.
The first coronavirus vaccines are underway here in the United States.
This is unbelievable. Oh my God.
The greatest medical achievements that this planet has ever seen.
Healthcare workers got their first shots, many after months on the front lines.
We're going to get it. We're going to get it right. We're going to vaccinate the whole country.
I feel hopeful. I see the finish line. The light is brighter in the tunnel.
This is a life-changing election. This will determine what America is going to look like for a long, long time.
Americans came out to vote early, by mail, and on Election Day.
It hangs on a razor's edge.
Every vote matters. They're really going to matter in some of these states.
You chose Joe Biden as the next president of the United States of America.
This is not a political opinion. It is a mathematical computation.
I won, by the way, but, find that out.
At this point, the Trump campaign has not provided any evidence of fraud.
I understand the disappointment. I've lost a couple times myself. But now, let's give each other a chance.
Louder!
Rising anger over the alleged police murder of George Floyd.
They are here to stop police violence and to demand equality.
Black Lives Matter! Chants of Black Lives Matter echoed around the world.
Mr. Trump doubled down on his threat to deploy the U.S. military to control violence in the streets.
Setting this truck on fire right here behind me is how some responded to the authorities.
What we are seeing is a lot of destruction, the kind of destruction that's going to take years to recover from.
Former police officer Derek Chauvin is currently charged with third-degree murder.
We got targets on our backs, and it's the truth.
Louisville police shot and killed 26-year-old Breonna Taylor in her apartment.
The Kentucky Attorney General saying those officers were not charged because they acted in self-defense.
They said there were other possible charges that we considered, but nothing that we could make stick.
People ask me all the time what they can do for me. I tell them, say her name. It's what you can do for me.
Please continue to say her name, Breonna Taylor.
The idea that we are helpless is just an idea that I don't accept.
Change has to come. It's happening far too many times.
That changed the world.
We're one people. We're one family. We all live in the same house, the World House.
We must say, wake up, America, wake up!
Congressman John Lewis of Georgia, an icon of the nation's civil rights movement, has died.
You never gave up.
You cannot give up.
Yes.
You cannot give in. You have to be persistent.
Sometimes getting in a little trouble leads to big, major, life-changing changes, which is what you did.
Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg has died.
She was tiny in stature, but she was so mighty when it came to influence.
People ask me, when would you be satisfied with the number of women on the court? When there are 9.
As Americans are remembering the life of Justice Ginsburg, Republicans and Democrats in Congress are fighting over who will replace her and when.
Amy Coney Barrett has become a Supreme Court justice.
The Senate confirmed 48-year-old Barrett almost entirely along party lines.
Beirut, Lebanon is in chaos from a massive, deadly explosion.
250,000 people made homeless in a matter of seconds.
The United States military killed the #1 terrorist anywhere in the world, Qasem Soleimani.
The world is a better place without him. The problem is that comes at a very high cost.
This is the scene of Iran's revenge attack against U.S. troops here in Iraq.
Raging wildfires in California, Oregon, and Washington state are burning out of control.
There is a neighborhood, believe it or not, on the other side of all this that fire crews right now simply can't get to.
The smoke is so thick, it's hard to see.
It's the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
This was our happy place. There's nothing now, it's a wasteland.
Her name is Laura, and she is no joke.
The strongest storm to hit this area on record passed directly over the location where I am standing right now.
There it goes. The wind was so violent, we could actually feel our hotel shaking.
We have thousands and thousands of our fellow citizens whose lives are upside down.
May you both rest in peace and have fun in heaven until we meet again one day.
Tributes are pouring in from around the world to Kobe Bryant. Bryant and his 13-year-old daughter Gianna and 7 other people were killed when their helicopter crashed in California.
Kobe Bryant transcended sports. His legacy certainly did.
Bryant on the move with the jumper.
He inspired a whole generation of people. That's quite a gift.
God, I love you guys. What can I say? Mamba out.
When I get to heaven, I'm going to shake God's hand.
How's your foot? How does it look?
Festivus for the rest of us.
What is, we love you out. That's very kind. Thank you. Cost you $19.95.
Bond. James Bond.
Everything that you fought for was not for yourself. It was for those that come after.
Thank you very much for these great years together. God bless you all, and I hope I see you again real soon.
Liftoff of the Falcon 9 and Crew Dragon. Go NASA, go SpaceX, Godspeed.
2 NASA astronauts on an historic SpaceX mission woke up on board the International Space Station.
We like a big challenge, and by gosh, we certainly got one.
If there's a headline here, it's this: America's back in the space launching business.
An unprecedented announcement from Prince Harry and his wife Meghan Markle. The couple says that they are stepping down as senior members of the family.
From Brexit to Mexit.
It's been widely reported that Meghan and Harry are living at your place in Los Angeles. Can you tell us how they're doing?
I'm sorry. I think I just lost you. I just lost you, Gayle. I'm sorry. We have a really bad connection.